The weather, sunny spells and scattered showers across much of the UK today. Any downpours becoming confined to northern and eastern areas later, a high of 11 degrees.
Good morning and a very warm welcome back to you. It is definitely chilly this morning. Have you found that night times are so cold at the moment? Double duvet it is in our household. Hot water bottles sometimes in the evenings as well, just to keep yourself cozy and warm, because outside, well, it is a very grey day today. It's a very grey day. The weatherman said that it is going to start off wet and the sun will appear, but the sun is nowhere to be seen this morning. I am so glad that I got on and have already put my Christmas lights up in the kitchen, because as soon as you have the warm twinkle of the lights, everywhere just glows, doesn't it? And it's just so cozy to be in. I've really, really enjoyed doing it early this year. I've loved it, actually. I hope you enjoyed the bumper weekend of vlogs. So there was 2 vlogs that went out. One went out on Saturday and one went out on Sunday. Your first Saturday vlog was the start of the Christmas season, and I'm trying to think what we did then. We created a DIY star garland, and then we moved through into the main bedroom and Christmas appeared in there, which was really nice. And then the vlog that I uploaded on Sunday was a frosty morning walk back into the kitchen, where we created this gingerbread house garland, which I am so happy with. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or if the camera's slightly high, but it goes all the way along the kitchen, different houses, and I've just used cardboard and then some white pens. I really had a lot of fun doing that. And then we decorated in the kitchen, where we looked at putting the conifer garland up and baking those oranges just to bring the outside in. And I always try and mix things up over this time of year. I really enjoyed creating the last 2 vlogs, particularly this time of year. Christmas time just means so much to GB and I, and it's a time of year where I feel that I can become more creative at home, more stuff comes out. I mean, I don't know about you, but after Boxing Day, I do start to feel a little bit like there's quite a lot of stuff around. But right in the run up, I love everything to do with Christmas. My sister and I have this phrase where when Christmas arrives, it just sort of gets thrown up into the air, and wherever things land, that's where they're going to stay for the duration of the Christmas season. We have had a really lovely festive weekend this weekend. So on Friday, I was in here, as you know, and I said right at the end of the vlog that we had been invited over to Halsey's, which is the oldest tea room deli in Hitchin, our local market town. We enjoyed mulled wine. There was a cheese sort of setup. So Damien he's a cheese consultant, and I say cheese consultant because there is a professional name of a cheese consultant, and I don't know what that name is, but he was sharing with us the cheeses that were going to be released for the Christmas season. And there were 6 cheeses, and they were all delicious. And I have never spoken to anybody in my life who knows so much about cheese and wine. So he was sharing with us the cheeses that were going to be in the deli, and we were able to taste each one, mulled wine in hand, festive music playing, and it was a really lovely way to start our Friday evening. Just great to talk to the locals. We spent some time talking to Kim and her husband, who own the deli in Hitchin, and lots of you will know that Saturday morning it is our routine to get up early. We like to go out early. We go into the coffee shop. Sometimes we'll have breakfast in there, but it tends to be a warm cinnamon bun. They have the best cinnamon buns in Hitchin, and I think that's because they're not trying to be something that they're not. Their cinnamon buns, oh, I'm salivating. Their cinnamon buns just have a sprinkle of sugar on the top, and they are incredibly warming with a lovely coffee. They have all different blends in there, but we like the blend that's called Blue Mountain. So it's always a Blue Mountain cappuccino for me, and then a Blue Mountain Americano for GB. And often we meet friends in there as well, and we'll all sit and chat and enjoy, cake and talk and that sort of thing. But at the moment, we have been, well, for the last, just trying to think how long it's been now. So lots of you will know that we've had a very up and down time in the last, I would say it's over a month now, maybe a month and a half, 6 weeks of looking at a property that we've fallen in love with. And every Saturday morning, I think because GB and I are both so busy in the week, we lead social lives, and Gary particularly is very, very busy with work, that we use our Saturday morning to really talk about what's happened in the week. And at the moment, it has been a big focus on this property that we are looking at. And some of you may know, if you caught up with the last vlog, so the vlog where I did the kitchen, there was a period of time where I had to stop vlogging, and there was phone calls that had to be made, and it really was the pinnacle point of where we are in the move. And I thought today, as we go through the day, I will share with you the latest updates. We've also got Tesco Food Shop arriving. That will be arriving soon. I know that so many of you enjoy a supermarket food haul. I always find it quite fascinating what other people pick up in the supermarket. We don't always do a food delivery. We do occasionally do one. Now, GB is not at home today. He's in the main office. So I'm at home, and I'm going to be having a very cozy day at home. The tree is going up in the next vlog. I think that's possibly my most favourite vlog that I did last year. So my Cotswolds at Christmas was my favourite vlog, where I was outside of the home, and my favourite in the home vlog was when I put the Christmas tree up. But as I've mentioned before, I like to mix things up, and I've got a few different ideas for this year, so I might talk those through with you later on. It helps to talk things through because I can start to mind map whilst I chat with you. What I'm also doing is thinking, shall I do this or shall I do that? How about this? What about this? So it's quite a good way to really get my feelings and emotions out. At some point in the day, we will grab another drink, and I will share all of the updates with you, just so that you know exactly what happened, because I felt that when I came back after the phone call about the move, my headspace was in a different space, but I didn't want to talk about it there and then because it was a pure Christmas decoration vlog. This one today is more of a day-to-day vlog, catch up, just chatting together. And then later on this evening, well, probably early afternoon, because I am teaching after school today, I want to create a chili for dinner tonight. I just want to put it all in a big pan. I will be going out this evening and I want it there ready for when I get back, and also, you know, so that when GB is walking in the home after a long day of work today, I want him to know that it's all ready for him just to, you know, grab a spoon, pop it in a bowl. I mean, there's nothing better than dinner in a bowl, holding your dinner in a bowl, and it has to be a big bowl. Sometimes I opt for one. Chili needs to be in a bowl, pasta needs to be in a bowl. A bowl dinner is just the best. It is honestly the best, and that is the sort of food that we definitely need today, sheltering in from the outside. So let's get started with this cozy vlog, and the food delivery will be coming ASAP. Tesco. Hello. Let me get the door. There you go. Okay. Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah, thank you. No, not today. Thank you. The Tesco food shop is all laid out, so I thought I'd share with you what I've picked up. It's not a big food shop, it's just a food shop that will see us through really over the next few days. I will be going out later on in the week to do a bigger, you know, freezer full of meat for GB. I'm a pescatarian, I eat fish, but I don't eat meat. So I will go and get things like meat for the freezer, more fish, and things like that later on in the week. This really is just a tide us over type of shop. So for lunch, we really enjoy sourdough with soup that's in the freezer. I'm really onto baked eggs at the moment. So I'll bake the eggs in the oven. There's an avocado as well, because quite often I will do eggs and avocado for lunch. So that's that. A very cozy, warm lunch that we are enjoying at the moment is sliced halloumi. So I'll fry this off. I try and slice the halloumi as fine as I possibly can. And we have that with sliced apple and then a sprinkle of cinnamon. For us, it always has to be pink lady apples. Absolutely love the crunch of those. So pink lady apples, halloumi, and a sprinkle of cinnamon makes such a warming lunch. For dinners, I've picked up a bag of frozen prawns. This will do me a couple of evenings. I'll tend to cut up leek or maybe some broccoli, and then I will fry that all off in sesame seed oil with sesame seeds, and then I'll have it with sticky rice, and it makes a lovely, healthy, really clean, quick dinner. GB eats meat, so I've picked up some chicken. I've also picked up some steak, then the broccoli with carrots, and there's some other vegetables in the fridge as well, like leek, and we like red onion sliced up. So that will be a dinner for him. And then looking at sort of either lunches or a late evening snack, if we just fancy something a bit more. It's the time of year for the biscuits, isn't it? Biscuits for cheese. So I've picked up a big box of biscuits for cheese, as well as 2 punnets of tomatoes. So we really like this variety, really sweet. We often will just have these in a bowl on the side in the evening. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Then with the cheeses, I'm not sure what Damien from Halsey's would think to supermarket cheeses, I'm sure, but it has definitely put us in the mood. So I've picked up some French brie, some Wensleydale. This is only ever bought this time of year, but it is just Christmas, isn't it? Cranberries and blueberries, Wensleydale. I've shared this cheese with you before, but this is the ultimate cheddar that you can buy in a supermarket. David Stowe, my sister and her husband recommended it to us, and we have never ever looked back. But it has to be the one with the black label. That is definitely the strongest and the most yummy, to be quite honest with you. Some black seedless grapes to go with our cheese and biscuits. Black seedless, I think, are our favourite. Sometimes with the green ones, they just don't have any taste, but I always feel that these ones really, really do. Sometimes it's nice just to spread on some salted butter onto your cheese and biscuits. So I've picked up the Tesco Finest butter with sea salt. And then moving on to nuts. So quite often, again, this would be a snack or maybe with a cup of coffee. We've got the roasted cashews as well as the plain cashews, and then some hazelnuts. Hazelnuts with a cup of coffee is just a great substitute to biscuits. I have talked about festive nuts before. We love a good festive nut, and Tesco Finest range do the chocolate and caramel ones. I think I've got a couple of bags of those, so one there and one there. And then I would say these are my favourite ones, the chocolate orange. And yes, we definitely do bicker about who's going to have those orange balls. They are so nice. They definitely need to put a few more of those in a bag, though, I have to say. I've mentioned that we are trying to sub out some of the coffee pods that we're using, even though we do recycle them. I've also got onto using the cafetiere recently. We love the Taylor's variety. Unfortunately, Tesco don't have the Christmas blend, which was a bit of a shame, but they do have the rich Italian one, which we absolutely love. And then you may have noticed that I have got some mincemeat in the jar here. That is for the mincemeat cake that I have adapted from GB's mum's recipe. It is absolutely delicious. So I will be making that over the next few weeks, ready for closer to Christmas. And lastly, I've picked up some yogurts, some natural yogurts. They're GB's favourite. He'll often have those with fruit. And my favourite are the black cherry yogurts. So they do these in Aldi as well and Lidl, but the Tesco ones are super, super thick. I love them. So I've got a couple of those. I think we may need some more lights on. I'm going to pop the food shopping away. It's really made me think, seeing the Taylor's ground coffee. I've got some Christmas blend in the fridge because that's where we store it. So I'm going to make myself a Christmas blend cafetiere coffee, which will be really nice once I've popped these things away. There's nothing like the sound of the whistling kettle. It's something that really makes me feel so at home on a day like this where, you know, there still is no sun outside at all. It's grey. I mean, I love this type of day. It's grey, grey, grey outside, but the coffee will be brewing away. Food shopping's in, so we're going to have some nice hearty meals for the week. I'm really looking forward to a cheese and biscuits evening. Sometimes we will just skip a dinner and just say, let's put something cosy on, or even just the music, and just have cheese and biscuits for the evening. We're not big on drinking wine in the evenings. We've just never really done that. We do drink when we go out, like we had a drink on Friday. We had some lovely mulled wine. And then actually on Saturday evening, we met up with a very dear friend of ours from the gym. And we went to our local, which is just a few minutes down the road. You just cut through the lane and then you go to, it's a really nice country pub just down the road. It often changes hands. I don't know if it's the same in your area. If you live in England, it always depends on who's running the pub at the time as to whether it's somewhere that you really like to go. So we had a good few glasses of wine there. GB was drinking Guinness. He has Irish roots, my other half does. He was drinking Guinness, I was on rosé wine, and our friend was there too. And we ended up having such a lovely evening and then sort of stumbled back home again. But it was nice. It was really nice to have that glass of wine. It's not something that we ever really think about doing at home. We will open a mulled wine over Christmas, and we probably will have a small Baileys over the festive season. Maybe a little port, but that is the only time of year that we have a drink. We don't open any wine or beer in the week, and I don't think to do that on a Saturday or a Sunday at home either. But when we go out for dinner or we are having drinks with friends, we always have a glass of wine or something. But just one of those things we've never done. You know, we've never ever done it. Actually, it's quite nice because when you do go out and you have a glass of wine with a meal, it makes you sort of enjoy it even more. You may remember from the vlog, your last vlog, I said to you about the Christmas box of all the Christmas treats. So GB is out, as you know, today. These will be going into the Christmas box. I wonder how long they will stay there. I'm hoping that they will stay there to the start of December at least. I've got a feeling that they won't. Still wet and miserable out there. Still wet and miserable. The smell is amazing from that Christmas blend. Put those nuts away, otherwise there won't be any left. We're in the main room now and it's time for us to get this ready for putting up the tree on your next vlog. time to share the updates so that you know really what is going on. It's something that I shared with you on my life update vlog. So I hadn't been vlogging for a while, as you know, lots of work things. I mean, they're still going on, and I don't know how I'm managing to find some time to vlog, but I am looking at it slightly differently. I'm editing in a slightly different way, and I don't feel as stressed to get the vlogs out because I'm saying that they'll be ad hoc. I'm not putting the pressure on myself. And in that life update vlog, which I will link somewhere, I shared with you that GB and I had seen a property. We're not looking to move, we were not looking to move. It was something that GB had seen the night before, and something that I continually say, and I'm sure that you will appreciate what I'm about to say, is that I love living here. This is our home and our shelter, and I love everything about it. I've given it my whole love and life so far whilst we've been here. But you know how much I love plants, and something that I've always said is that I would love to have a garden. This is all really, really hard to explain because it's been 6 weeks of up and down, not knowing whether we are going to move to somewhere that we have found that we love. The GB had seen the property. He shared this property with me over in a coffee shop, and I fell in love with it. We went to look at it. As you know, most of you will know the story, but I feel like it's good to also talk it through for myself to know what journey we've been on, but to share the story with you if you are new here as well. So GB showed me this property online. We were in a coffee shop and we got home that day. I called the estate agents and they said, well, actually, the property's empty. You can go and have a look in the garden. GB was already putting his shoes on. We went and I fell in love with the garden space. It's got a back garden. It needs a lot of work, and then the property has a wrap around front garden. A few weeks went on and we were very much invested in moving. And then we obviously did the home buyer survey, which is like a level 2 survey. And in England, that pulls up things that are urgent, that need doing. It is an older property. So we were, as I say, expecting things to come back from the report that needed doing. We did have a shock when we saw the home buyers report and everything was either red or amber, and immediately like alarm bells went off, particularly for me. I mean, both of us, GB and I, have never needed to do a lot of work on anywhere that we've ever lived before. Living here is so easy. It really is an easy, maintained space. We have renovated the kitchen, we've renovated the bathroom, but that's really to the level of particularly what I've done. And reading this home buyers report, we went into more me than GB. I've been very, very up and down. My whole heart has loved this property from the moment, before the moment that we walked around it. It's somewhere that I drive past very, very regularly. And honestly, I say I would love to live in that house, that cottage. I would love to live there. It's got little windows, square little windows with triangle bits on and honeycomb shapes, and the warm lighting in the cottage. As I've driven past over years, I have said, I'd love to live there. I'd love to live there. That would be lovely to live there. So because I've been invested in it, I mean, really invested in it. GB is very, very much invested as well. Don't get me wrong, but the personalities are very different. GB's very much, like this because he's right. He will always say about any place, you don't know that it's yours until you've been given that key. So he's been okay, all the way along. I have in my mind pictured where the Christmas tree is going, what I would do to the garden, what the colour scheme would be. And this home buyers report came back, and yes, reds and ambers. So I spoke with GB. We met one evening after work, and I say we met, and I say that because we are so busy that we have to actually put time in and say at 8 o'clock on such and such day we're going to meet and talk about this, because life just gets in the way otherwise. And if we didn't keep moving on with it, we had the potential of losing somewhere that we both know it ticks, all the boxes. We looked at this report and I said to him, I'm okay if this is a no. I can see there's lots of reds, lots of ambers, and I will be okay. But we made the decision that we would continue forward. And from there, we spoke to roofers and we spoke to a damp specialist, and we had the structural engineer go out, because where it is an old property, at some point we think it's 1800s, somewhere along there are some movement cracks that we wanted assessing, and there are other red flags as well, things that do need doing. So GB and I, have been very much along the way, very much invested. So this has been going on now for around 6 weeks. We sold our place in 24 hours, just over 24 hours. It was something that I really enjoyed doing, was showing people around. We had the choice whether we wanted to or not. And I felt that living here, it needed myself or GB to show people around. So we had 5 viewings, 3 of which wanted to move forward, and it sold in just over 24 hours. I really enjoyed showing people around here because this home has so much character. You will know that the heart of this home is the kitchen and the window. There's a community out there. You've probably seen this if you've been on the channel for some time. In October, there is a 10k run that goes by. We also have the tractor run go by. There's things that you can't just talk about as an estate agent, but when you own a property, if you feel comfortable enough, you're able to talk about different things, like how we have the coffee bar in the kitchen and how I use that bar sometimes to make an office in the main room, and we'll use the coffee bar as like a desk, or we will bring it in here where I am and have it as a dining table. Those little aspects are so important to somebody who is looking to buy a property, that you don't always get from an estate agent who does it as their day job and they don't know the area that well. I mean, they may know the area, but not like you are living in a home. So we chose to do that. And I loved it. I actually felt like I could maybe do this as a job, but that is a whole other thing. Anyway, don't start waffling. So getting back to where we are. Last Thursday, we sat down and it was late in the evening and we worked out everything. We sat and we looked at full costings of what needs doing. We looked at the location again, the reasons why this property meets our needs. And there are so many reasons. We talked about the challenge that we could be taking on being the homeowners of this cottage and the responsibility that brings as well. It's within a conservation area, within a heritage area, so you have to be really careful. It's not listed, but the properties around this one are. We don't know why the cottage isn't, but there are properties around it that are. So this one isn't, others are. So we sat down and we talked about all of these things, taking on something older. This apartment was built in 2000, I think it was either 2007 or 2010. So it's not old, but where we would be going would be, and lifestyle would be different. And we sat and we talked and we talked and we talked, and I kept saying, and GB kept saying, we have a lovely home here. It's a place where we feel safe and we feel happy, and it's, there's no work to do. It's really, really easy and everything's basically done here. Yes, we would like a new floor, and the ensuite bathroom would be the next jobs here, and it would be much easier just to say, yes, let's just stay where we are. But we made that decision that we were going to contact the estate agent and talk through everything. And we wrote an email. GB did it. He was fantastic. He wrote an email to talk about everything, and we left it with the estate agent to talk to the sellers. So the day that I vlogged last was the kitchen decoration vlog. The email had gone out in the morning. I did a frosty walk, as you may remember, and whilst I was doing my frosty walk, there was a few text messages between the estate agent and myself about, the next steps, that he was going to be talking to the sellers. So I was vlogging, but in the background of that vlog, I had a lot going on in my mind, because if we move, for us, we believe that will be our forever home. And when you are deciding to move, particularly to somewhere that is so different to where you are, your life can change. So whilst I was vlogging that day, I did have a lot on my mind. And then when I was in the kitchen and we were, do you remember we did the gingerbread bread garland? So I did all of the gingerbread garland with stuff on my mind. And I was about to start the conifer garland around the kitchen. My phone rang and I missed the call. And I had a text message that said from Tom, the estate agent, "Hi Cher, when you get a moment, can you give me a call?" Now I have two cameras rolling. You may know that, you may not, but when I vlog, I have two cameras rolling. So quite often you will see one shot and then a close up of something. So say when I'm crafting, you'll see me front on and then I'll show you a close-up. Well, that's actually a second camera. I had two cameras rolling whilst I was doing the kitchen Christmas makeover, and I thought, well, I'm going to record this. I'm going to record this phone call because whatever happens, I want GB to know exactly what happened. Sorry. My microphone was on, the camera was set up, and I decided to record. I've seen the footage back. It's obviously very raw, and I ummed and ahed whether to share it on my vlog today. I've decided to share the conversation because I feel that so many of you have been incredibly caring, asking how we are, sharing your experiences of homes and wishing us the best. And I thought to myself, there's two things I can do. I can share the footage or I can update you. I mentioned it to GB and I've decided that it would be best to share what happened so that you can see exactly where we are now. Oh, I've just had a message from the estate agent to call them. I was so nervous. Oh, my heart is actually going. Here we go.
Hi, Cher.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
Not too bad. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you.
Jolly good, jolly good. Right, so basically, to cut a long story short, they will accept the offer on the basis that we can work towards a completion no later than February.
Oh my God.
So if that works for you,
Yes.
that's fair. I think that's fair, very fair.
Oh, my heart's actually pounding.
So well done.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. Oh, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Yeah. Yes.
When I get back in the office, I'll cancel the other viewing.
Well, we are absolutely delighted. Gary's not here at the moment, but I may surprise him. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to phone him or surprise him. But what a lovely thing! What a lovely part of your job to phone people. Yeah, I said, didn't I? If the stars align. Tom, thank you so much. What a stressful well, I would say just a month. I've not been sleeping or anything, so I think I'm going to sleep really well tonight. Oh, I'll speak to you on Monday with a text message about what needs to. Bye. Have a good weekend. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Hi, Gary. Can I talk to you? Yes. Can you go somewhere on your own just for 5 minutes?
Why is it all right?
Yeah, it's important.
What?
Where are you?
It's fine. So, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Gary, we've got the cottage.
Really?
Yes.
They've accepted it?
Yes. Oh. They've accepted the offer. I'm shaking. Yeah.
Wow.
Gary, I just can't believe this is our dream come true, literally come true every step of the way. We've got a lot of stress ahead of us.
So we just need to get on top of all the other stuff.
Oh, I just can't believe it, love. I just can't believe it. We've had that candle lit every day. I've spoken to our mums. I just don't know what to say.
Oh,
We're going to be out celebrating. So we'll go out tonight. We'll go out for a celebration, yeah? Are you going to be able to work this afternoon?
There you go.
Oh my God, I love you so much. Are you ready for this? We have never ever done anything like this before, ever. I mean, the most we've ever done is changed our bathroom and kitchen over. Oh, I just don't know what to say. Oh, Gary, I didn't have to keep it a surprise until later, but I couldn't keep it a surprise. Oh God, I'm struggling to breathe, love. I'm struggling to breathe.
Well,
yeah.
Take the stress off.
Yeah. All right. I love you so much. We've found our forever home. I love you so much. I love you. Bye. Bye. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just can't believe it. We've got the cottage. We've got the cottage. All our dreams have come true. There's so much work to do. What do I do? Do I carry on? I'm right in the middle of decorating our kitchen for Christmas. So the cottage is going to be ours. It's going to belong to us. Just cannot describe to you how this feels at the moment. I am in shock, overwhelmed. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm scared of all the things that need doing, but I'm prepared. I'm joyous in the fact that GB and I are going to have our forever home. We did need a bit more than this wonderful apartment. And this apartment is going to the most amazing people. I am so glad we have sold it to who we are selling it to. I know that they will absolutely love it. But when GB and I stepped foot into the cottage, we knew straight away we didn't need to look upstairs. During this 6 weeks, I've just known. We knew before we went upstairs, but there have been signs along the way. My sister and I went over to do a plant inventory, and there is the most amazing cottage plants: bluebells, alpine strawberries, roses, foxgloves. Oh, there's holly. There's just so many plants that I will absolutely thrive around. There is a lot of work around the gardens that need doing, and I know that it will be a project for the rest of my life, the gardening, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me. But you know, when signs happen, when we turned up, my sister and I, to do the plant inventory, the estate agent turned up at the same time. They'd already knew we were going, but they were going to show somebody in that they needed to do some work, basically a workman. And so they turned up to put the key somewhere. And this lovely estate agent, Tracy, said to my sister, would you like to come in and have a look with Cher and just go and have a look? So GB's been in once, I've been in twice. But the moment that that estate agent turned up, we were there and my sister was able to go and look around it. Just meant to be. It was just meant to be. Everything along the way, you know that I've been lighting my candle, I've been talking to my mum, I've been talking to GB's mum. I've had this like inner knowing that I was going to say the address then, because the address is a beautiful address. I obviously won't say the address online. I love the address. I have known. Yes, I've been up and down, and yes, I had to accept if it wasn't meant to be. Something in me has known that the cottage is going to be ours. So this is our last Christmas in the apartment, and that feels strange in itself because we weren't planning to move. We weren't looking to move. We've not looked at anything else. We're not interested in anything else. And if something happens between now and when we get that key, we're not moving. It's either the cottage or we're staying here. So we are going to have the most special Christmas at home here, our last one. I know that has been quite a personal, deep conversation, but I wanted to share it with you because I know that you've been so invested in it. I am really looking forward to sharing this journey with you. Things may look different on the channel. They are not going to be pristine, and it may not all be aesthetically pleasing, and it may be a bit more rough and ready, but I want to share this journey of moving into the cottage with you from the beginning. Well, we're at the beginning. You know the beginning. The middle. Will there ever be an end? Do you ever finish somewhere? I don't know. So if you are somebody who likes this sort of content and you haven't already, do subscribe, because it means that you can see the updates. You'll get a notification when there's a new video, and it just means you can keep up to date with the journey that we are going to go on. And it is going to be a journey, let me tell you. There are so many things that I need to learn about. And that leads me on to now I need to. There are some jobs that are on my job list today. So GB and I are meeting every Saturday. When I say meeting, please excuse that I use that really formal word between a couple, but it's because we use it as a joke. We're like, we're going to our meeting, our house meeting. It's just something that we say. So I have a to-do list, and it is going to be me that is dealing with I want to say project management of it. I'm the one who's going to be contacting people, organising things. GB has a very stressful job. I work, as you know, I'm a teacher and I work before school and after school. And I do have my vintage dresses, seasonally dressed shop going as well. But will be my rest of my time, basically. And today I need to contact some asbestos removing people. There is an old water tank in the loft that's unsealed. So I need to look at quotes for that today. We also need to contact a landscape gardener. So we have a landscape gardener here within this development, and it's somebody that I get on really well with. So I'm going to ask him for a quote because there is ivy, not lots of ivy, but there is ivy climbing up the side of the cottage, as well as a climbing hydrangea. And I really don't want the climbing hydrangea to go. But when we had our damp specialist, so a very dear friend of mine, Faye, I will leave all her details in my description. Faye and her family have a damp specialist company. She works with a lot of older properties and has advised us on a few things that need doing. I'll share all that with you in another vlog. Obviously, there's going to be so much to share with you. But one of the things that we would like doing, ASAP, as soon as we move in, is it has been recommended that there's a lot of shrubbery around the side of the cottage, and that needs to be cleared. And I think it's things that is probably best to have somebody remove them. But I get on really well with the landscape gardener who is on this little development that we've got. And he knows that I love gardening, and I know that he'll let me get involved. And I really need to research about the climbing hydrangea. Does that really need to be removed? If it does need to be removed, can it go somewhere in the back garden? Because it's just so beautiful, but it may need to be done. So I need to look at the asbestos quote, look at contacting our landscape gardener, and also contacting the estate agents for this property, just to give them an update of exactly where we are. So I've got a little bit more coffee to drink. I'm going to just get on with a bit of paperwork. And then later on this afternoon, we can go through some of the Christmas decorations and bits and pieces that we're going to be using in here for the next vlog, as well as preparing a chilli for tonight. Oh, hello there. My name's Cher. I'm wondering if you can help me. We are hoping to buy an older property, and it has got a water tank in the loft that's got asbestos in it. Yeah, ideally we would like it removed before we move in, if the sellers agree, which I think that they would from conversations that we've had. Yeah, I'll pop it in an email and then you'll send a quote. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye. I am still very, very much in love with the wreath that I picked up from the charity shop. That was £12 and I absolutely love it. I popped the velvet ribbon on, and I deliberately hung the ribbon low, which I think, because the bow itself, the ribbon is thin, I think hanging it low, almost the length of the wreath, gives it just a bit of extra beauty. I have got here the extra conifer, and over the weekend I was supposed to continue to just fill along some gaps, just with some smaller pieces, because there was just a few areas where I felt that it was slightly thin. And then once we've done that today, I'm going to show you how we are planning to do Advent this year. I try and mix it up every year. Last year, you may remember that we had an Advent calendar that I created. Along the back, there was a tree log and then jute string hanging with little pegs and gift bags for every day of the month. GB bought me a beautiful advent calendar by Angela Harding, and it had a fox on the front. That is definitely looking a bit fuller. We'll put one in there, and then let's show you what I'm thinking about the advent calendar for this year. So over here somewhere we have got a basket that's getting quite full now. This is my job, one of the jobs for today. I want to go through my basket of decorations. I've been collecting these over years, but some this year, of decorations to use. I'm going to have 25, including Christmas Day. The 25th decoration will be something quite special. And then along here, possibly along the cooker side as well, every day the plan is that we will find a decoration. So this one's actually got a ribbon already. We will find a decoration, and then let's see, I've not done this yet. So for example, that might be the 1st of December. And then every day there'll be something different hanging. That's another star. We've got some lovely like gold cones. Let's have a look at these, because we need 25. I'm going to take that one off because it's not the 1st of December yet. I just thought it would be a really nice way to continue to add decor at home. You can talk about where you've picked up decorations from, colour schemes. It's also relatively cheap if you're sourcing them second hand. So that's one job that I need to look at this afternoon, alongside my basket here. My basket is absolutely full of decorations that need sorting out, ready for Christmas. So I know lots of you absolutely love this basket. This is my gondola basket that GB's mum bought me. I do know that you can pick these up on Amazon, so I'll put the link in my description. This basket is used for everything in my life. It normally lives in the car. I take it shopping, to the market, wherever I go. Charity shopping. At the moment, it's got lots of Christmas decorations that are very, very carefully balanced in there. I want to sort through what we're going to be using on the Christmas tree, as well as what we are going to be using for Advent as well. There are some lovely ones. I think that one here would look really nice for Advent because it's the right sort of colour. Oh, we're going to have such fun looking at these. Just grabbed a couple more baskets. These will be used for the main tree decorations. Where do we start? Do you ever get like this? You have an idea and then don't know where to start. Let's just start at the beginning. These black ones are beautiful. I'll show you these because it's always nice looking at other people's tree decorations, isn't it? They are looking quite old now. Where the paint sometimes comes off of the decorations. Oh, just lovely, isn't it? Just so precious. And when you really look at the decorations and you feel them, your love has gone into choosing each one. These were bought from, it's closed down now, Wilko's. And I remember seeing them along. I used to love going into Wilko's, especially this time of year. I used to find some really good things. I really miss it. I really do miss Wilko's. This time of year, I would go in there and look at the decorations. And I remember seeing these black ones, thinking, is black maybe not the right colour for Christmas? But actually, it really does suit our colour scheme of this apartment. And we will be moving a lot of the colour scheme through into our new home. Blacks and forest greens and ambers and golds and earth tones and autumn. But these are lovely. Let's show you what we've got, and then I must crack on. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Black with the gold. And I love how delicate it also feels. That one is for the Christmas tree. And then what's in here? Oh yes, plain black. Plain black. I remember picking these up when my sister Jane and I went to the Cotswolds last year. Vintage black decorations. These are beautiful as well. Plain black ones with the metal topper. Paper ones are lovely as well, aren't they? Particularly when they've got a shimmer on the outside. These may look black on the screen, but actually they are forest green with a gold shimmer. The children absolutely loved their sessions this morning. You know, I've said to you before that I'm a teacher, and this is the start of Christmas in Family Fun Phonics, or as the children call it, Cher time. And we've got a little Christmas tree, and they turn the lights on, and it's just magical. I just love this time of year because for children, everything's a new experience for them, or something that they may have remembered doing from a previous year. Precious, precious moments. That black one. Oh, these are lovely. First one. Second one with the little gold leaves on. Oh, these are gorgeous. Everything's gorgeous. When it comes to your Christmas at home, do you all say the same? Everything you find, you're like, yes, I remember these. I love these ones. I bought these in B&M years ago. They do make glass ones now, but this year that they did these, my best friend Lauren, she got some as well. The quality is just not the same as these. They're sort of rose gold. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, these have got the brass metal topper. I don't want any glass hanging around because that's not going to be good, is it? I don't want to break anything. I think you can really see my colour scheme of my tree now. Lots of rusts and blacks and greens. Delicate baubles. So a very beautiful smoky grey bauble. That's the tree and that's the tree. Keep going. Some more. Then I found a few of these. I don't know, they're made to look like paper, but they're not paper. They feel like suede. I'm thinking these would be great for the advent calendar because they're not going to break. And again, they match the colour scheme really well. And there's 3 of those, so they would look quite good. Let's just quickly show you. Oh, they look lovely, don't they, on the camera? I'm just looking into the lens. Yeah, I think they will work really well for the advent calendar. Let's just finish this job off and see if we can find anything else for the advent calendar. Every year I always reuse the tissue. Yes, I'd forgotten about these. I think these would be good for the advent calendar. I picked these up last year. A G for GB and then a C for Cher. I think these will work really well along the advent calendar. I can't wait to put the tree up, but I also feel emotional about doing it. And one of the things I found when I found out that news on Friday and I was decorating the kitchen and I was vlogging it, I also felt very emotional because I thought it's the last time I'm decorating in here. And when I edited the video, I may have had a tear or two just because this home's been so good to us. It's been so good to us and we've loved Christmases here. Right, let's count out these decorations for the advent calendar. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17, 18, 18, 19, Wow, I'm really, really happy with this. I think when you see the colours that I've chosen together, I'm so pleased I've managed to get that job done. Oh, that looks great. I'm just going to start making the chilli for dinner. Start with chopping up some onions, my best knife. Hate doing the onions, my worst part, but we'll get dinner on the go. That'll be really nice for this evening. Weather has not really changed really from today. They said the sunshine would come out. There have been mixed sunny spells. We've not had any sunny spells so far today. I've just spoken to one of the companies that I contacted. I contacted at lunchtime regarding the asbestos water tank in the kitchen. In the kitchen? Not in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen, in the loft. You can see that my mind is a bit all over the place. There's an old water tank in the loft of the cottage that needs removing. And he was ever so good on the phone. They are quite a local asbestos removal company. And he talked through exactly what he was going to do. And it just helped really, because I did have a few anxieties about it. So that was a great, useful phone call. I'll need to follow that up tomorrow, because later on today I am teaching. Busy old time. I'm going to embrace this process. I may be busy. I'm doing it for the love of a home that I don't even have yet. I messaged my dear friend Mrs. P recently. She's been very invested in this move, as a lot of our friends have been, and you guys as well. And I said to her, I know it sounds really, really strange, but I already feel at home, even though I'm not there. I already feel at home there. Is that a strange thing to say about somewhere that, I've never even slept overnight? I don't know, maybe it is. Got about chili. Where's the chili? Chili flakes. You? Sugar. I was trying to work that out, and I have. There we go. Leave that on the go. Well, this chilli is cooking away nicely. I've just turned it down whilst I quickly chat to you. And I want to say thank you so much for watching today's vlog and being here with me upon a journey that could be somewhat stressful, exciting and joyful. There's going to be moments of ups and downs, and as GB does keep saying us, we've got to keep realistic until we get that key. But today really has been about sharing the very exciting news that we've had over the last few days and the whirlwind of the weekend that we've had in amazement, really. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe that we are going to be the owners of that cottage. And we promise to love it. We promise to love it for the rest of our days. I say that now, and that's quite a big thing to say, but that is really honestly how I feel about it. I am really looking forward to taking you on the journey with us. There's a lot to do before we get into our new home. We want to celebrate Christmas and have a wonderful time here. There's so many things that I need to plan and prepare, and I'm hoping that you will be along and watch as the story unfolds. Well, I'm going to carry on with this chili and get ready for an evening of teaching. I'll probably grate up some cheese and I will smash up an avocado. I just like to mash the avocado up with a little bit of lime or lemon, something citrusy, depending on whatever we've got lying around. And that will be for dinner tonight. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. I would honestly love to hear from you. And I will see you all again very soon. The next vlog will be the big Christmas tree in the main room. I hope you're all well, and bye for now. We're going to love eating this tonight, that's for sure. Delicious.